Princess Thim tumbled over the atrium railing, her tiny claws scrabbling air. Eli Mercer surged forward, boots pounding polished stone. He vaulted a low bench, arms snapping out. His hands clamped her midriff, light as a bird, her exoskeletal frame rigid with shock. She hit his chest instead of the steps 20 feet below. Guards yanked blades free, half drawn in the echo of her squeak. Eli dropped to one knee, cradling her. "Easy, kiddo. I've got you." Thim's multifaceted eyes locked on his. Forearms clutched his shirt, trembling. A gash wept violet blood from her forehead scale. The atrium froze. Towering Flari guards loomed, their segmented limbs tensed. Courtiers hissed behind crystal-veined pillars, antennae twitching. Eli shrugged off his jacket. He draped it over Thim's shivering form, muffling her exposed gills. Human fabric, thick and warm, dwarfed her. "Guards, back off. Give her air. Space." The nearest Valari snarled, blade hovering. "Human, release the air." Captain Vectal strode in, his captain's crest gleaming. He planted himself between Eli and the exit arch, blocking the healer's wing. "Surrender, Princess Thim. Now, protocol demands it." Eli ignored him. He pressed 2 fingers to Thim's neck pulse, rapid, thready. Her breathing rasped, gills flaring under the jacket. Concussion risk. No spinal twist. It caught her clean. Not moving her yet. She's stable-ish, but head trauma needs monitoring. Thim whimpered, one claw tugging his sleeve. "Eli, hurts. Shh. Breathe slow." He tilted her chin, checked pupils. Even constriction. Good. He scanned the floor. No debris, just her slip-on slick steps from earlier polish ritual. Vectal's mandibles clicked fury. "You presume to command us? Soft-skinned ape. Hand her over." 2 guards flanked him, spears leveled at Eli's back. Courtiers murmured. "Human filth. Touches royalty." Eli kept his voice level. "Captain, your blades won't fix a bleed-out. Let me stabilize her, or she crashes here." Dr. Hesh burst through the crowd, medical kit clattering. The clinician's lenses whirred, scanning Thim from afar. Vital signs dropping. "Human, your interference. Interference kept her alive." Eli shifted Thim higher, shielding her from the press. Her grip tightened. Trusting. "Doc, pressure here." He guided Hesh's probe to the gash. Hesh's claws hesitated, then pressed. Readings beeped. Fascinating. Manual assessment accurate to 0.3%. How? Routine. Eli wiped blood with his cuff. No sterile wipe handy. It'd clot. Vectal stepped closer, spear tip inches from Eli's throat. "Enough." The queen approaches. Yield. Thim's eyes widened at the vibration of heavy footfalls. She burrowed into Eli's chest. "No, stay, Eli. Right here, princess." He rose halfway, testing her balance. Too wobbly. Back down. The crowd parted. Queen Savri glided in, her iridescent crown pulsing authority. 8 feet of regal menace. Her aura silenced whispers. Guards snapped salutes. Savri's gaze pierced Eli. Protocol dictated. Humans knelt first. Yielded all. Thim clutched Eli's sleeve harder, violet blood smearing his arm. She met her mother's eyes. "Mama, Eli caught me." Savri halted. One imperial claw rose. Guards froze mid-step. Eli held position. Thim's weight light against him. Savri's antennae quivered. assessing. Humans, fragile diplomats, unproven. Yet here, one human shielded her heir like kin. "Captain Vec," Savri intoned, voice a silken command. "Stand down." Vectal's crest deflated. "Majesty, the human defies." Silence. Savri advanced. Her shadow engulfed them. She crouched, unheard of for a queen. "Human. Ellie Mercer. Explain." Eli met her stare. Calm. Thim's breathing evened under the jacket. "She fell, Your Majesty. Caught her clean. Checked vitals. She's good to move now, but slow. No jostling," Hesh chimed in. "Confirmed, Majesty." "Human intervention optimal. Our protocols delayed response by 2.7 seconds. Savri's eyes narrowed on Thim's clutch. The child, willful heir, chose this soft outsider over guards, over protocol. "Arise," Savri said. "Carry her to my chambers. You will remain." Eli stood, Thim secure in his arms. Guards parted like waves. Vectal's mandibles ground, but he obeyed. Courtiers buzzed. A human bears the air. Eli walked steady, Thim's head on his shoulder. A whisper tickled. "Your family now." He smiled faint, routine maintenance. But in this court of claws and crowns, it cracked empires. Savri shadowed them, gaze unreadable. Tests loomed. Protocol, power plays. Humans as threat. Or the trust her daughter claimed. Vectal trailed. Fist clenched. Softness, he thought. Now it guarded what blades could not. In the healer's wing, Eli laid Thim on the padded dais. Hesh bustled with gels and scanners. "Stay," Thim's eyes pleaded. Eli nodded. "Till you're bossing gods again." Savri watched from the throne perch. One gesture had halted blades. Now, this human's care demanded reevaluation. "Captain," she murmured to Vec. "Observe him. Learn." Vec bowed stiff. "Yes, Majesty." Eli adjusted the jacket blanket. Thim sighed, content. In the suspicion of the royal court, a small act rooted deep. But whispers spread. The queen delayed judgment. Humans waited in the outer halls. Unaware their liaison shifted fates. Thim slept. Eli stood vigil. Savri's claw tapped, deciding. A guard burst in. "Intruders at the gates, Majesty. Human ship signals distress." Savri's eyes snapped to Eli. "Test 1, protect her court." Eli cracked knuckles. "Show me." Vectal gripped his spear. "Underestimate no more." Savri rose. Together. The atrium doors boomed open. Strength redefined. In care, not conquest. Queen Savri's claw struck the throne dais. "Eli Mercer, approach. Swear your account under oath." Eli strode forward. The chamber hushed. Rows of scaled nobles leaned in, eyes glinting under crystal spires. Vectal flanked him, spear rigid. Thim perched on a cushioned ledge beside the queen, bandages peeking from her sleeve. Eli met Savri's gaze. Calm. Routine. He placed his palm on the oath stone at the dais base. Cool crystal hummed against his skin. "I swear truth. By my word and worlds." Savri's tail flicked. "Detail every step. What you did to my heir. Omit nothing." Eli nodded. "Thim fell during chase games. Sliced her arm on jagged stone. Bleed heavy. I knelt, assessed first. Gods shifted. Whispers rippled. Vectal snorted soft. Soft human hands. No claws. Stopped the bleed, Eli continued. Pressed clean cloth direct. Firm pressure. Elevated arm above heart. Savri's eyes narrowed. Demonstrate on yourself. Precisely. Eli rolled up his sleeve, exposed forearm. No injury. He mimed the cut with a finger trace. Here, deep laceration. He pressed thumb hard into flesh. Skin blanched white. Pressure like this, 2 minutes minimum. Clot forms. Nobles craned necks. Dr. Hesh bustled forward, scanner whirring. Impossible. Human dermis too fragile. No reinforcement scales. Eli ignored him. Released pressure. Skin pinked back. Next, cleanse. Irrigation best. He pulled sterile pack from belt human kit, always stocked. Snipped open saline vial. Poured stream. Overarm. Clear liquid splash dais. Flush debris. No rubbing. Preserves tissue. Thim watched, wide-eyed. Her small claws gripped ledge. Antiseptic, Eli said. Applied gel swab. Tingled cold. Kills pathogens. Then bandage. He wrapped tight gauze loop. Secure knot. Immobilize. Check circulation. Pressed finger on wrap. Color returned pink. Good, Court murmured. Victal's grip tightened on spear. Human routine matched their field medics. But no tech. No gels from vets. Just hands. Savri leaned forward. You touched her. Skin to skin. Yes. Direct pressure seals fastest. Saved blood loss. Dr. Hesh shoved in. Contamination! He yanked scanner over Thim's arm. Beams pulsed blue. Data scrolled his visor. Human microbiomes incompatible. Risk vectors elevated. Symbiosis rejection probable. Thim whimpered. Scanner beeped shrill. Eli stepped closer. Stats. Hesh glared. 87% anomaly. Foreign peptides bonding. Uncharted. Savri's voice sliced. Explain. Her wound, Eli said. Heals clean because pressure worked. Microbes. Standard human field aid. Billions handle it daily. Hesh scoffed. Your billions lack our proteome shields. This bond. Thim bolted upright. Small frame launched. She grabbed Eli's bandaged arm. Claws pricked, gentle. Court gasped. Eli knelt. Eye level. Easy, kid. Thim pointed at him. Voice clear. Piercing. Father. Silence crashed. Nobles froze. Vectal's spear clattered tip down. Hirsch's scanner dropped. Savri's crest flared. Whispers exploded. Air claims human. Blasphemy. Contamination spreads. Thim clung tighter. Father Eli fixed me. Eli froze. Hand hovered. Kid's eyes locked his. Trust raw. He squeezed her claw hand soft. Hey, protocol. Savri rose. Wings snapped wide. Chamber stilled. Instant. Silence. Echoes died. All eyes pinned her. She descended dazed, claws clicked marble. Faced Eli. You heard my air. Eli stood slow. Thim latched to his leg. Heard. Respected. Vectal growled low. Majesty. He manipulates. Captain. Savri's glare pinned him. You saw the demo. Softness staunched what your blades chased. Vec bowed stiff, fist clenched. "Doctor," Hesh stammered. "But scans. Recalibrate." Savri turned to Eli. "Human. You remain confined to palace walls. Until judgment." Eli nodded. "Understood. Thim's safety first." Thim beamed. "Stay. Father." Nobles hissed. Savri waved dismissal. Guards herded court out. Vectal lingered, eyes on Eli's arm. No longer soft, tactical. Eli scooped Thim up, light as kit bag. She nestled against his shoulder. Routine vigil, but claws watched closer now. Savri paused at archway. Liaison, intruders resolved. Eli shifted Thim's weight. "Your gates held. Human ship glitch. Overloaded beacon. Fixed remote." She tilted head. "No incursion. Teamwork. Your patrols spotted first." Vec grunted approval. "Rare." Savri's gaze lingered on Tin's grip. "Heed the child. Tests continue." She swept away. Eli carried Thim to Healer's wing. Hesh trailed, muttering recalibrations. In the wing-padded dais waited. Eli set Thim down gentle. "Rest." She tugged his hand. "Story. Human ones." He chuckled, pulled chair close. "Once kid fixed a ship with tape and grit." Her eyes sparkled. Hesh scanned again. Beeps steadied. Bond stabilizing. Eli smirked. "Routine maintenance." Vec posted at door. Watched Eli's every move. Learned. Hours ticked. Palace hummed suspicion. Whispers of human father. Savri convened council unseen. Eli felt the weight. Stay calm. Protect. Thim slept. Claw in his. Small act-rooted empires. Dawn filters pierced vaults. Eli stretched. Thim stirred. "Hungry, father?" "Breakfast run." He eyed Vec. "Captain. Escort." Vec hesitated, then nodded. "Protocol." They moved halls. Servants bowed wary. Thim skipped between. Human stride matched alien gait perfect. Kitchen bays steamed. Chefs froze at sight. Eli plated fruits, grains, human portions huge. Thim mimicked, overflowed her dish. Vec sampled. Efficient. No waste. Eli shrugged. Basics. Back in wing, Hesh waited. New scans. Contamination? Negligible. Human peptides. Enhanced clotting. Thim giggled. "Told you." Hesh blinked. "Air's vitals optimal." Eli checked bandage, crisp. "Change it." Demonstrated again. Hesh observed close-copied steps. Clumsy first try. "Pressure firmer," Eli coached. "Like this." Hesh nodded. All flickered. Savri entered unannounced. Council trailed. Eyes on the scene. Majesty. Eli stood. Thim ran. Hugged Queen's leg. "Father Eli teaches Hesh." Savri lifted her. Examined arm. "Progress?" Hesh bowed. "Human methods superior. Direct intervention." Nobles shifted uneasy. Vec stepped forward. "I request demo. On drill dummy." Eli grinned. "Sparring hall?" They marched. Them rode Savri's arm. Palace stirred. Hall echoed impacts. Dummy slashed mock. Eli pressed cloth. Cleaned. Wrapped. 2 minutes. Flat. Vec tried. "Slower. Your hands grip without slip." Practice, Eli said. Thim clapped. Father wins. Court nobles murmured respect. First cracks. Savri watched. Precise mind turned. Humans. Threat. No. Allies in care. But judgment loomed. Outer halls held human delegation. Impatient, a runner burst. Majesty! Order scouts report. Savri cut. Later, eyes on Eli. Test 2 brood Captain Vectal's claws dug into Eli Mercer's elbow. Move. Sealed suite. No delays. Eli matched the guard captain's stride through the echoing palace corridors. Nobles parted like mist. Whispers chased them. Human, test, air. Vex shoved open a bulkhead door. Sterile air hit like a slap. The evaluation suite hummed. Walls lined with scanners. Central chamber ringed by observation panes. Restraints? Vex barked. 2 guards snapped cuffs around Eli's wrists, light alloy humming with charge fields. They locked him to a restraint post. Eli tested the give. Minimal flex. Standard protocol, Vex said. Queen's order. Humans unproven in containment. Eli kept his voice level. Fair. But let's set ground rules. I comply if you allow supervised contact with Thim. No tests without her nearby. She trusts me. Speeds results. Vex mandibles clicked. Amusement or scorn. Negotiate with gods. Bold. Queen decides. The door hissed. Queen Savri glided in, robes whispering over the deck. Princess Thim clung to her side, wide eyes fixed on Eli. Dr. Hesh trailed, scanner pad glowing. Majesty, Eli said, dipping his head as best the cuffs allowed. Savri's gaze pinned him. Precise, unblinking. Sparring demo impressed, but care is no proof of loyalty. Stress test now. Controlled variables. Thim tugged her mother's robe. Father, Eli, comes with me. Savri stroked the child's crest. Supervised. Behind partition. Observed his calm. Hesh activated the glass wall. Transparent barrier sealed Thim inside a small antechamber. Padded floors, toy scanners scattered. Thim pressed palms to the glass. Eli. Right here, kiddo, Eli said. Watch and learn. Vec uncuffed Eli, but kept a stunner trained. Stressors deploy. Vitals monitored. Panic voids compliance. Savri nodded. Hesh tapped controls. Lights dimmed. Simulated alarms whooped. Border breach klaxons. The works. Hollow projections flared. Phantom assailants swarming the suite. Gas vents hissed mock vapor. Eli breathed steady. Heart rate flatlined on the monitors. He scanned the room. Vents, latches, override panels. Routine drill. Like back home, patching hull breaches. Thim banged the glass. Loud. Make stop. Stay put, Eli called. It's fake. Then the real alarm shrieked. Red strobes pulsed. Containment breach! Partition lockdown. The glass slammed shut. Full seal. Thim's chamber isolated. Vents whirred live. Gas cycle primed. Thim screamed. Tiny fists pounded. Ellie! Mama! Savri froze. Abort! Hesh, override! Hesh clawed at his pad. Locked. System purge engaged. Vec lunged for the manual panel. Claws scraped. Protocol forbade force on Air's chamber. Eli moved. No hesitation. He sprinted to the partition's edge hatch, thumbed the emergency latch standard Alliance override, buried under alien overrides, humans built for field fixes. Their latches snapped under pressure, not codes. Metal groaned. Eli yanked the lever, pinned it back with his knee, reached through the gap. "Grab my hand, Thim, now." Thim dove. Eli hauled her out, light as a kit, all flailing limbs and sobs. He scooped her against his chest, backpedaled as gasped from the chamber. Silence crashed. Alarms cut. Palace-wide lockdown klaxons blared. Sealed doors thudded shut. Savri stared. "You bypassed core protocols." Eli checked Thim. Pulse racing, but safe. Basic override. Any responder knows it. Gas cycles 30 seconds. Had to move. Thim burrowed into his shirt. "Father Ellie saved me." Vec lowered his stunner. Mandibles slack. Soft hands. Broke Imperial seal, like cracking plasteel. Hesh knelt, scanner trembling. Hair vitals spiking, but dropping. Human contact stabilizes. Savri stepped close. Touched Thim's crest, then Eli's arm. First uncalculated move. Report said humans fragile, unarmored. "Yet you act practice," Eli said. "We fix what breaks. Family first." Lockdown horns wailed louder. Outer doors boomed. Reinforcements. Or breach. Savri's calm buzzed. Runner's voice. "Majesty. Human delegation loose in halls." Eli tensed. Thim whimpered. Vec spun. "Intruders." Savri's eyes hardened on Eli. "Your kin." "Explain." "Not my call," Eli said. But delegations waited weeks. Impatience their style. Thim clutched tighter. "Stay, Father Eli." Savri hesitated. Precise mind fractured. "Trust the soft one? Or purge?" Alarms spiked. Screams echoed from outer halls. Not Thim's. Someone else's. Eli shifted Thim to one arm. "Point me at the trouble." Vec. Block the door. "Protocol. Override it," Savri snapped. "First yield." The palace locked down tighter. Bulkheads groaned, and the only one cradling the air, striding toward the screams, was the human. Eli pushed through the antechamber door. Vec flanked him, stunner hot. Thim rode his shoulder, giggling through sniffles. Fast. Corridors sealed like a drum. Red lights throbbed. Distant shouts. Human voices. Delegation breaking protocol. Left, Vec growled. "Noble wing." They rounded a corner. A guard lay slumped, stunned. Human bootprints smeared the deck, standard tread, grippy for 0G. Eli knelt by the guard. Checked pulse. Steady. Stunner discharge. Non-lethal. Thim patted the guard's crest. Sleepy. Savri's voice crackled over Vic's calm. "Eli Mercer. Status." "Safe," Eli replied. "Heading to you. Delegations loose. Probably spooked by alarms. Contain them," Savri ordered. "Or judgment falls." Vec glanced at Eli. Respect edged his stance. "You lead." Eli nodded. "Know my people." They charged. Thim whooped. Palace shuddered. Full breach? Eli spotted the delegation first. 5 humans barricaded in a hall, facing down spear-wielding nobles. Leader barked orders. Calm, tactical. "Eli!" the leader yelled. Status, all clear here, Eli called. Stand down. Queens watching. Nobles, lowered spears. Delegation complied. Drill perfect. Vec whistled low. Discipline. Without armor. Back in the suite, Savri waited. Tim wriggled free, ran to her. Hesh scanned the group. No contaminants. Hesh muttered. Human baselines exceed ours. Savri faced Eli. Test passed. But border scouts. Runner burst in again. Raid! Enemy drones! Inbound! Eli cracked knuckles. Evac plan? Savri paused. Yours. Eli grinned. Humans. Allies in crisis. Thim tugged both. Family wins, Court murmured. Cracks widened. Strength redefined. Not claws, but grip. But drones humped closer. Real test brewed. Eli checked the outer feeds. Swarm incoming. Hundreds. Palace shields flickered. Options, Savri said. Jam their signals, Eli said. Humans carry portables. Delegation? Leader nodded. Deploying. Vec watched the jammer bloom. Crude box, human-sized. Drones stuttered mid-air. Awe, Vec breathed. Thim clapped. Father's friends. Savri's precise gaze softened. Redefine protocols. Humans kin. Lockdown lifted. But Eli eyed the horizon. More threats loomed. Family guarded now. Together, Thim yanked Eli's hand toward the suite door. Story time. Now, Eli knelt to her, eye level, his voice steady. Bedtime routine first, princess. Lights low. No guards inside. Vectal blocked the threshold, his armored crest flaring. Protocol demands 2 sentries. Always. Eli met the captain's gaze. Dim needs calm. Your boots echo like thunder. Wait outside. Thim nodded furiously, her frilled ears twitching. Eli right. Guards scare dreams. Beck's mandibles clicked. He scanned Eli's empty hands. No blade. No tech. Soft human. Yet drones still smoked outside from human jammers. Vec stepped aside. 1 cycle. Test your softness. Eli ushered Thim inside. He dimmed the glow orbs to a soft amber pulse, matching human circadian rhythms he'd clocked earlier. Go. Settle her racing heart post-raid. He pulled a woven mat from his pack. Earth import. Thin and grounding. Sit, Eli said. Pim plopped down, legs splayed. He sat cross-legged opposite, pulling out a small crystal chime from his pocket. Humans carried basics. This one soothed nerves across species. Breathe with me, Eli instructed. In for 4 counts. Hold 4. Out for 4. He tapped the chime. Clear tone lingered. Thim mimicked, her chest heaving less each cycle. Her skin tone shifted from agitated crimson to calm azure. Outside, Vec leaned to a guard. He commands her, without rank. Routine locked in chime breaths. Then a human tale, short, about a lost kit finding home through steady pause. No monsters, just quiet winds. Thim's eyes drooped. Eli tucked a light blanket over her. Protocol be damned, boundaries hold, Eli murmured as he slipped out. Vec waited, arms crossed. Report, Vec demanded. Sleeping sound, Eli said. Check vitals tomorrow. Dawn glow filtered through shield vents. Dr. Haish burst into the suite. Scanner humming. Thim stirred on her mat, rubbing eyes. Human interference, Hesh snarled, waving the device over Thim. Stress markers elevated post-raid. Your routine. Prove it reduces them. Eli stood calm, hands open. Goal. Validate care without alien tools. Run your baseline. Then mine. Hesh's tendrils quivered skepticism. Instruments don't lie. Humans, uncalibrated. Thim bounced up. Eli's breaths work. Watch. Eli pulled his wrist timer. Cheap human quartz. Precise to milliseconds. Startle test first. Standard stress inducer. Hesh nodded approval. He triggered a holo burst. Simulated drone screech. Lights flashing red. Thim flinched. Ears pinning back. Heart rate spiked to 180 on Hesh's readout. Recover, Eli said. He knelt, chime in hand. In 4. Hold. Out. Thim followed. Timer beeped. 45 seconds to baseline. Hesh scanned. Impossible. Our young take 3.2 cycles. Again, Eli said. Second burst. Louder. Thim. Startled. Recovered in 32 seconds. Hesh's display flickered. Physiological anomaly. Human method. Replicates neural dampeners. Eli shrugged. Just lungs and focus. Kids learn fast. Thim beamed, hugging Eli's leg. My protector teaches best. Vec entered, watching metrics climb on the shared holoscreen. Human softness bent stress waves like alloy. Court audience chamber thrummed hours later. Rows of nobles perched on tiered perches, crests rigid. Queen Savri ascended her throne dais, Thim at her side. Eli stood liaison post, delegation behind. Petitions, Savri intoned. Protocol droned. Status reports, border tallies. Nobles chanted in unison, a rigid harmony. Them fidgeted. A minor lord's voice grated. High-pitched drone whine. She startled, ears flattening. Eli tensed from his spot. No interference allowed. Thim didn't hesitate. She stood on the dais, tiny frame silhouetted. Breathe, she declared, loud. In 4. Hold! Out! Silence crashed. Nobles froze mid-chant. Thim tapped an imaginary chine chest, rising, falling demonstrably. Eli way. Calms everything. Savri's precise eyes widened a fraction. Princess, works on drones too, Thim insisted. Family routine. Laughter rippled, then hushed. Vec shifted, uncomfortable. Disruption in sacred ceremony. Hesh leaned to Savri, whispering metrics. Her recovery. Optimal. Public display. Unprecedented. A noble rose. Human taint. She mocks protocol. Savri silenced him with a pressed flare. The air thrives. Eli Mercer, your methods hide in shadows. Present them to council. Full demonstration. Eli bowed. Goal met. Trust edged forward. But nobles' glares sharpened. Conflict brewed. Council vaults sealed behind them that eve. Crystal walls amplified every breath. Savri presided, Vec and Hesh flanking. 10 elders ringed the circle. Scanners primed. Prove scalability, Savri commanded. Not one child. All. Eli faced them. Timer ready. No weapons, no jammers, just routine. Gather guards. Stress test group. Vec summoned 6 drilled warriors post-shift tense. Eli started simple. Line up. Chime. He tapped it. Breathe in sync. Gods balked. We endure, one growled. Endure better, Eli countered. Hollow screech hit. Drone sim volume cranked. Warriors flinched. Crests spiking. Recover, Eli said. Breath cycled. Timers beeped. Averages dropped 40%. Hesh's jaw unhinged. Neural cohesion. Like Hivelink, but voluntary. An elder tested next. Petition drone, endless chance. Gods mimicked Thim, breathing through it. Focus held. Reports sharpened. Savri watched Thim, who perched on Eli's shoulder now, whispering encouragements. Family grip, Thim said. Vec knelt post-test, offering his chime copy. Teach ranks, strength breathes. Council murmured awe. Human normalcy rewrote rigid spines. But a runner slipped in. Urgent tap. Scouts report. Enemy fleet masses. Not drones, warships. Savri rose. Redefine defenses. Eli, integrate your calm into battle drill. Eli nodded, Thim clinging tight. Palace hummed anew. Threats loomed larger, but family bonds armored deeper. Routine became weapon. Trust solidified, not through claws, but shared breath. Fleet inbound. Test ultimate. Captain Vectal slammed his crest against the chamber floor. Traitor, you manipulate the air with soft lies. Eli stood steady amid the council circle. Thim gripped his hand tighter. Scanners hummed from the elders' perches. Queen Savri's eyes narrowed from her throne, unblinking. Speak your proof, Captain, Savri said, her voice cut like polished crystal. Vec thrust a datapad forward. Hollow images flickered. Eli carrying Thim through palace halls. Her crest relaxed against his shoulder. Guards parted without order. He binds her, undermines loyalty. Human pheromones. Subsonics? We detect anomalies. Eli kept his breathing even. Routine, check. No panic in crises. Thim's small claws dug in, but her eyes stayed curious, not scared. Dr. Hesh leaned in, scanner probing Eli's arm. Physiology deviant. No hive markers. Capillary response elevates near the child affinity mimicry. Council elders hissed. One minister, crest flared high, tapped his podium. Unbound predator. Humans lack crests. They feign care to infiltrate. Savri raised a claw. Silence fell. Eli Mercer. You integrated calm into our gods' fleet masses beyond the rim. Yet whispers claim you twist our air for leverage. Respond. Eli met her gaze. Practical steps first. Test it. Direct. No instruments. Vex snarled. Bold. Guards, secure the human. Two warriors stepped forward. Crests pulsing threat. Thim yanked Eli's hand. No! Eli good. Savri ignored her. Your method, human. Proof. No coercion. Eli nodded to Thim. One question, private, with her. Murmurs rippled. Savri paused, then flicked her tail. Granted. But council witnesses. No contact. Thim released Eli's hand. She scampered to the circle's center, tiny frame dwarfed by looming elders. Guards formed a loose ring. Vec's eyes locked on Eli. Eli knelt to a level, voice low but clear. Thim, where do you feel safest? Choose. Show everyone. Silence stretched. Thim's crest quivered. She glanced at Savri's throne, at Vec's armored bulk. at the Elder's scanning arrays. Then she moved, past the nearest guard, who stiffened but held, past Hesh's probing light, straight to Eli. She climbed his knee like a familiar perch, claws hooked his shirt, crest flattened calm against his chest. Here, safest with Eli. Chamber froze. Vex's jaw dropped. Hesh's scanner clattered. Elders leaned forward, crests flickering awe and doubt. Savri's tail coiled tight. Child, explain. Vim nestled closer. Eli, breathes with me. No hurt. Family grip. She tapped Eli's chime copy, hanging at his belt. Soft tone echoed. Eli stayed still. Let action speak. His hand hovered, not touching, waiting permission. Council erupted. The rival minister, Lord Kresh, Eli recalled from briefings, leapt up. Legal claim. Protocol 47. Unbound species forfeit air access. Predator, unbound. Remove him now. Vec hesitated, eyes on Thim. But duty won. He signaled guards. Detain the human. Savri rose. Her presence silenced all. Lord Kresh invokes ancient right. Human compassion mimics threat. We sever the bond, formally. Thim whimpered. Mama, no. Silence air. Savri's voice softened a fraction. Eli Mercer, you stand accused of undue influence, detained until dawn. Severance ritual, then. Guards. 4 warriors closed in. Eli raised hands, palms open. No resistance. Thim slid off, claws raking air toward him. Thim, Eli said calmly. Breathe. In. Out, she mimicked, chest rising. Crest steadied. Guards gripped his arms. Firm, not cruel. Vec led the escort, face conflicted. Hesh approached Thim. Scanner ready. Vitals stable, but neural sync lingers. Savri watched Eli drag to the antechamber doors. Human. One night. Reflect. Fleet comes. Loyalty proves in isolation. Doors sealed. Eli sat in the dim cell, stone cool under him. Palace hum vibrated through walls. Alert klaxons distant. Fleet inbound. He traced the chime in his pocket. Thim's gift. Footsteps echoed outside. Vec's silhouette blocked the viewer slot. Human. Vec's voice rumbled low. Why her? Softness breaks us. Eli met the slot's gaze. Not softness. Routine care. She chooses trust. You saw. Vec crested low. Queen test deepest. Ritual severs crests. Painful. Air forgets. Eli nodded. Understood. Keep her breathing steady tonight. Vec lingered, then stalked away. Hours ticked. Eli paced. 3 steps, wall to wall. Planned contingencies. No weapons here. Just calm. Dawn neared. Outer halls thrummed. More guards mobilizing. Enemy signatures pinged scanners, per muffled reports, cell door hissed open. Hesh entered, flanked by 2. Final scan. Queen insists. Eli extended arm. Go ahead. Probes clicked. Hesh frowned. Adrenaline baseline. No deception markers. Impossible. Not impossible, Ellie said. Normal. Hesh pocketed device. Vim refused sleep. Demands you. Council divides. Eli stood. Fleet? Worse. Lead ship hails, demands air surrender. Hesh's crest drooped. Ritual proceeds. Follow. They march to the grand hall. Dawn light pierced crystal domes. Council assembled. 20 now. Elders tense. Savri centered. Thimitor side. Crest wilted. Vec guarded the ritual circle. Etched floor humming with severance fields. Pain amplifiers primed. Procession. Savri intoned. Ellie Mercer stepped forward. Eli entered the circle. Thim strained against Savri's hold. Eli! Quiet. Savri stroked her crest. Bond severs. For Empire. Lord Crash smirked. Predator purged. Eli knelt in the field. Energy prickled skin. Thim, look at me. She did. Tears glistened alien irises. Breathe, Eli said. Together. Hash activated. Field surged. Thim cried out, phantom pain linking them. Council watched. Vake. Gripped a hilt. But Thim broke free, darted past Savri's claw, into the circle, clung to Eli amid the hum. Fields sputtered. Overload warning blared. Thim, Savri lunged. Child ignored. No sever. Family. Hesh dove for controls. Sync. Overwhelming. Human baseline anchors it. Vec blocked Savri. Wait. Majesty. Look. Thim's crest synced Eli's breath. Fields stabilized. Pain no. Elders gasped. Crash paled. Savri halted. Watched. Impossible. Voluntary bond defies right. Eli held Thim steady, not defiance. Trust. Alarms wailed. Fleet breach imminent. Scouts reported boarding drones inbound. Savri straightened. Cancel ritual. Human stays. Integrate fully, Kresh protested. But protocol. Refined. Savri scooped Thim, who reached for Eli. Family grip. Test against invasion. Vec saluted. Ranks breathe as one. Eli rose, Thim's claw in his. Palace mobilized. Humans humble. Aliens awed. Drones rattled hulls. Calm met chaos. Bond armored all. But lead ship locked weapons. Hale demanded, surrender hair, or burn. Eli's wrist calm crackled. Thim's tracker blinked out. Dark, in the palace grid. He bolted from his quarters. Confinement protocols be damned. Drones hammered the outer hull. Alarms screamed invasion. But then signal vanishing mid-mobilization? No coincidence. Corridors thrummed with guards. Vec Tal's voice boomed orders. Eli shoved past a cluster of armored Sakari. Their crests flared in alert. Captain, Thim's gone. Vec Tal spun, mandibles clicking. Human. Quarters. Now, tracker died in Sector 7. Service corridor. Eli jabbed his comm screen. Grid map glowed. Unsecured hatch. Your oversight. Vec Tal's eyes narrowed. Royal air secured. You imagine threats. Eli pushed forward. Check the feed. He tapped override human embassy codes punched through. Holofeed flickered. Thim's small form dragged into shadows by a cloaked figure. Palace servant robes. Traitor. Vectal hissed. Drew blade. Intruder confirmed. Stand down. Eli sprinted. Too slow. He dropped into the access grate. Metal clanged under his boots. Air reeked of ozone and lubricant. Distant booms shook dust from vents, boarding drones breaching levels below. Them's whimpers echoed ahead. Eli's flashlight beam caught scuff marks, claw drags, child-sized. It crawled faster. Shaft narrowed. Elbows scraped alloy. A sealed hatch blocked the path. Emergency lock engaged. Kidnapper's work. Eli yanked his multi-tool from his belt. Human issue. Pliers, cutters, jury-rid for colony fixes. He pried the panel. Sparks flew. Wires hissed. Come on. Twist. Snip. Circuit bypassed. Hatch hissed open. Footsteps ahead. Gruff voice. Quiet whelp. Kresh pays triple for live air. Lord Kresh. Eli's jaw tightened. Political purge. He vaulted into the dim tunnel. Pipes steamed. Thim's cry pierced the hum. Ella! Blaster wine charged. Eli dove. Stun burst scorched the wall behind him. Brew arcs crackling. He rolled, grabbed a loose conduit pipe. Swung low. Kidnapper whirled. Servanthood fell back. Zikari mercenary, crest scarred. Filthy soft skin. Eli charged. Shielded Thim with his body. Another stun bolt grazed his shoulder. Numbness spread. He tackled anyway. Human mass. Met alien frame. They crashed into crates. Thim scrambled free. Clung to a strut. Eli hurts. Mercenary thrashed. Claws raked Eli's arm. Blood welled. Eli pinned the arm. Locked the wrist. Yield. No kill. Palace justice first. Merc bucked. Eli headbutted. Stars burst. But the claw went limp. Eli zip-tied the wrists, makeshift from his belt cord. Dragged him up. Guards burst in. Vectal at lead. Rifles leveled. Secure him. Eli shoved the merc forward. Thim latched onto his leg, trembling. Queen Savri. Now Thim testifies. Vectal hesitated. Hide the bindings. Human cord held where Zikari cuffs might snap. You pursued alone. Through vents. Tracker led. Acted. Eli scooped Thim. A crest sank to his pulse. Warmth against his chest. Kresh's plot. Hear her. Vectal signaled. Escort to throne. Majesty decides. They marched. Drones rattled closer. Hull breaches reported. Palace braced. Throne chamber loomed. Savri perched on her dais. Elders flanking. Hesh scanned readouts nearby. Lord Kresh lurked in shadow. Smirk fading. Eli strode in. Thim buried in his shoulder. Majesty. Kidnap attempt. This scum named Kresh. Merc snarled. Lies! Human attacked me! Thim lifted head. Voice piped clear. No! You grabbed! Said Kresh once air gone. Waking Queen. Eli saved. Savri's claws flexed. Eyed Eli's bloodied arm. Proof. Hess stepped forward. Scanner word over Merc. Truth serum. Traces in blood. Matches Kresh's supply logs. Kresh bolted. Vectal's guards tackled him mid-stride. Savri rose. Crest flared full. Treason confirmed. Execute purge. Eli set Thin down. She clung to his hand. Family 4. Hash blinked at scans. Human vitals. Elevated adrenaline. No field enhancers. Pure reflex. Vectal saluted Eli. Soft hands. Iron grip. Ranks honor this. Savri approached. Touched Thim's crest. Then Eli's wrist. Tracker relit under her claw. Confinement lifted. Protector earned. Alarms peaked. Lead ship hailed again, weapons hot. Eli met Savri's gaze. Drones inbound. Thim safe. Now fight as one. She nodded. Bond arms us. Humans redefine strength. Thim tugged Eli. Together. Hull shuddered. Breach teams inbound. Vectol barked formations. Hesh prepped mid-pods. Eli knelt to Thim. Stay with Queen. I'll clear vents. She hugged tight. No leave, Savri pried gently. He returns. Trust proven. Eli rose, grabbed a guard rifle. Human grip adapted quick. Vectal clapped his shoulder. Flank me, Softskin. They charged corridors. Drones whirred in. Zakari plasma scorched air. Eli dodged, fired precise bursts. Human aim, steady, no flourish. One drone locked Thim's old position. Eli vaulted crate, smashed its sensor with pipe remnant. Sparks died. Vectal stared. Instruments predict 40% hit. You, 100%. Practice. Eli reloaded. Breathe steady. More breached. Savri's voice boomed. Comms, air secured. Fleet, fire. Explosions rocked. Drones faltered. But lead ship-powered mains. Final demand, air or annihilation. Eli glanced back. Thim's tracker pulsed steady. Family grip held. Vectal grinned mandibles. Your move, Protector? Eli sighted the breach. Improvise. He eyed steam vents, loose panels. Human fix ahead. Eli yanked the loose panel free. Steam hissed out, scalding the nearest drone's optics. It spun, blind. Vectal fired, shattering its core. Seal the breach. Vectal roared. Eli nodded. He wedged the panel into the vent grate, twisted a loose bolt to lock it. Pressure built. Drones clustered, sensors whirring. The lead ship's mains powered up. Hull alarms wailed. Savri's voice cut through comms. Fleet! Target engines! Eli grabbed a power conduit. Human hands stripped insulation. Fast years of field repairs. He jury-rigged it to the steam line. Sparks flew. Brace! He shouted. Vectal dropped low. The conduit ruptured. Superheated steam blasted the breach. Drones melted midair. The lead ship's docking tube buckled, venting atmosphere. Explosions chained outward. Enemy hull cracked. Zakari escape pods jettisoned. Silence fell. Only acrid smoke lingered. Vectal rose, mandibles clicking awe. One conduit. Breach sealed. No protocols needed. Keeps things simple. Eli wiped sweat, reloaded the rifle. Then, secure. Vectal clapped his shoulder again. Harder this time. Protector. Alarms cleared. Medpods hummed as Hesh triaged wounded guards. Savri's throne chamber beckoned. Eli followed Vectal through scorched corridors. Thim waited there, clutched in Savri's arms. She spotted him first. Ellie. He knelt. She launched into his chest. Tiny claws gripped his vest. You back. Always. He ruffled her frill. Savri watched, eyes unblinking. Hesh scanned Eli's wrist tracker. No injuries. Vitals steady. Instruments failed to explain. Adrenaline. Eli stood. Thim clung to his leg. Savri's voice echoed court-wide. Convene full assembly. Now guards snapped to positions. Holoscreens flickered alive. Distant colonies linked in. The kidnapper's drone wreckage lay center stage, dissected, Read the motive, Savri commanded. A clerk unrolled the data spool Eli had recovered. Rival hive. Seeks heir to fracture alliance. Led ship, cloaked assassin craft. Demanded Princess Thim for leverage. Murmurs rippled. Eyes flicked to Eli. He stepped forward. Laid the evidence chain on the plinth. Logs, transponders, forged seals. All chained to the rival queen's sigil. Trail ends here. Motive clear. Threat neutralized. Savri's claw tapped the plinth. Human. You traced it mid-breach. Refuse no detail. Thim's safety. That's enough. Eli met her gaze. No bow. No flourish. Court gasped. Protocol demanded rewards. Lands, titles. Princess Thim wriggled free. She toddled to the plinth, climbed atop Eli's boot for height. Her seal stamp dangled from a cord, royal heir's mark. Father. Her voice rang clear. She slammed the stamp down. Ink bloomed on the evidence sheet. Protect mine. Silence crushed the chamber. Holoscreens froze. No heir had invoked the old rite since unification wars. Bloodlines only. Savri's frill stiffened. Child. Protocol binds. Father! Thim stamped again. Clung to Eli's leg. Eli family. Vectal dropped to one knee. Armor clanked. Air speaks. I, Captain Vectal, recognize the chosen guardian. He extended his blade, hilt first. Command support. My blades, yours. Guards knelt in waves. Hesh lowered his scanner. Instruments confirm bond. Cortisol drop in air. Human baseline stabilizes her. Eli stood still. Thim's warmth pressed his calf. He rested a hand on her head. Soft frill quivered. Savri rose. Crown frills fully extended. Protocol suspends. Her voice boomed. Scribes scrambled. Ellie Mercer, human liaison. Guardian of Air Thim. By her seal, granted. Hollow screens lit with updates. Treaty feeds, rewrote live. Human accord expands. Savri's claw pointed. Guardianship clause. Cross-species bonds honored. Strength redefined, not by hive might, but proven care. Cheers erupted. Vectal rose, grinning. Flank you always, soft skin. Thim tugged Eli's hand. Stay. He knelt eye level, right here. But Savri's gaze locked on Thim. The child piped up again. Father Ellie, the queen's mandibles parted. Empire held breath. Tradition shattered, or forged anew. Her claw hovered over the treaty seal. One press, and humans claimed family in the stars.